How are you? It's been around about 6-7 weeks maybe since my last vlog, and quite a bit has happened, so I just wanted to give you a bit of an update. First of all, I'm going with the presenting style, standing up for now. I actually quite like it. It makes me think more, and not that I need to think more, but I just like it. Anyway, I waffle, I digress. So what has happened for me? Well, you may not be able to see from there, but I have a black eye. Sorry about that. It kind of stems on from what's been happening to me over the last few weeks. The gender clinic upped my estrogen levels. So for 2 weeks now, it'll be 2 weeks tomorrow, I've been taking 8 milligrams of estrogen instead of 6. And it's been a massive difference, certainly mentally and emotionally. I've really struggled, and I don't mind admitting this. I found it really tough to cope with this surge of the wave of emotions, of crying, not knowing why I'm crying, of feeling angry, really intensely angry, and not knowing really where it's coming from or understanding it. Yeah, that's been mega tough. Sorry, that was my phone. So I really struggled with that, and it's funny, you know, as a transgender person, I think I'm really blessed in being in a country such as England, where the NHS will fund my transition. You know, the clinics give us these hormones, and you know, our GPs, those who are lucky enough to have support of GPs, will write us the prescriptions for them with no problem. But there's no support there. There's no kind of, this is what will happen when you take this, this is what it will do, this is how you will feel. It's kind of assumed that you will either find the information out yourself or that you know it already. And don't get me wrong, I understand that hormones have an effect on your body and make changes and stuff. I mean, physically, they are having a massive effect. My boobs are growing, they're sore constantly. My bum's getting bigger, but that might be down to all the cake, I mean. But hey ho, never come between a woman and her cake, that's for certain. Yeah, so I found it really tough. I've done a lot of crying. You know, I'm happy on the outside. Certainly, I feel like I have to be in my role. But yeah, I found it really tough, and I don't mind admitting that. I think you need to be made aware of the times that I struggle as well as the times that I triumph. And yeah, I don't mind admitting, not for 1 second, the last 2 weeks have been really hard. There have been times at work where I've just had to go into Louise and cry because I don't know what else to do. Yeah, it's been really hard, and I've been really clumsy, dropping things, bumping into things. This black eye though, I was getting out of my car last week and opened the door as you do, and the wind caught the door, and as I was getting out, the car door banged me right there, right on the corner of my eye socket there, which is a blessing in a way, because had it been a little bit higher up, I would have bust my eye open, and that would have been horrendous. But yeah, that happened about an hour and a half before I had electrolysis. So you can imagine how I felt then, having an eye that was throbbing and then getting electrolysis. It kind of dulled the pain of the electrolysis, if I'm honest with you. But yeah, so I've been struggling to come to terms with the fact that my dosage of estrogen has increased. I've got some good news though. Anyone who's watched any of these vlogs will know that I've kind of struggled with the relationship with my mum. I don't mind admitting that I've got this wrong. I think in sharing this, then perhaps it might help others who kind of think the same thing. When I first came out to her, she kind of said that she didn't really understand it, but she'd accept it because she loved me. That was the first time I told her, and then the second time when we discussed it, you know, she said she didn't think she'd ever accept it. And that's when Angry Debbie set in. That's when I kind of, you know, lost my rag with her, and you know, accused her of not accepting me and stuff. And ever since, whenever I've tried to kind of extend an olive branch of contact for whatever reason, it's kind of been met with she's called me by my old name, and she's referred to me in male pronouns, and I've got really upset with it, and like saw it as a way of her not accepting me, and therefore I've kind of gone along with that mindset, and it's been really tough. Part of the project I've been working on has made me look at my transition and the behaviours that I've kind of manifested during my transition, and I think that one of them has been that my family rejected me, and you know, it's their fault and it's their problem and they've got to get over it. And I've been thinking about Mum a lot, and regardless of what she thinks or feels about me or this transition, she's my mum. She always will be my mum, and I wanted to give her a chance, so I found her. And I hadn't spoken to her for months, and it was amazing. It was so wonderful just to speak to her again. And you know, she still called me by my old male name, she still referred to me as he, but I just got over it. And in doing that, in letting go of that anger, it kind of set me free. It was so cathartic. It was so wonderful, just letting go of that. And it feels like we have built bridges. I've only spoken to her once. I do plan on phoning her the next week or so, but certainly, you know, after that conversation, you know, towards the end of it, we were joking about boobs and men and stuff, and like nothing derogatory, you know, towards men, but you know, it was funny. And what she shared with me when we were chatting, once she'd got over the shock of my phoning her, she actually said that, you know, she referred to me in my own name. I won't say it now, but she said that every time she calls me by that name, I get angry, and I'm not saying it from her point of view, and the fact that she's lost a son, and I need to give her the time and space to get over that. So my advice to anyone watching this, if you've had to come up with parents or family or friends or whatever, and they haven't reacted perhaps in the way that you'd wanted them to, you know, in holding on to the anger of their reaction, you're actually probably damaging the potential of a relationship there anyway. So as much as it hurts, kind of give them time. And by giving them time, I don't mean, you know, you tell them you go away and then you come back to it months later or years later, because it's kind of what I've done, and I feel like I've lost time. You know, I've told my mum, she's reacted badly like a month or so into my transition, and therefore I've cut her off for 6 months or so, and I've gone back to her and I've had the same reaction again in terms of calling me by my old name, so I've cut her off again. I've got angry at her doing that. I've wanted her to refer to me as Debbie and she, whereas I haven't given her feelings the credit that I should have done, and for that I am sorry. For that I do, you know, feel bad, but ultimately, you know, I'm a human. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to get things wrong, and you know, I feel that I've come on a lot in my transition in coming to that viewpoint at this stage, but you know, I have to forgive myself and react in the way that I did. I don't think I could deal with that at that stage of my transition, her, you know, referring to me in the male way and stuff. But now I'm at a stage in my transition where, you know what, it doesn't matter if she always refers to me in my old male name. It doesn't matter, you know, the same way, you know, I've said to my little girl, she can call me Dad till the cows come home, you know, and until the day I die, because I always will be her dad. And if to my mum I will always be her son, and I will always be the old me, then so be it. Life is too short to get kind of angry at other people when I don't think there's any malintent. I don't think that, you know, she really is trying to hurt me. I just don't think that she's come to an understanding yet where she can change her view of me. And if she meets me, or if she meets me a few times, then perhaps she will. I don't know, but I'm not willing to make the possibility of us having a relationship suffer because I can't get over my anger. And it's amazing. I feel like a real progress has been made internally, mentally, definitely. So yeah, I wanted to share that with you because I think it's important. And you know, if I could go back to myself 2.5 years ago, you know, or you know, two and a bit more than half years ago now, but yeah, you know, hindsight is a wonderful thing. I would have told myself to chill out, but you know, it is what it is, and I'm glad I come to it this early in my transition rather than in 5 or 10 years when it was too late to kind of make any inroads into that relationship. So that's been a massive deal. Other than life is continuing as it should, for me anyway. My projects are going really well. I'm making inroads into that. I'm kind of a quarter of the way through one of the things I've been working on, and it's going really well. Yeah. And also come January I'm looking to start a diploma in psychology. I just, I have a real passion for learning and for expanding and self-improvement, and in doing this it kind of goes hand in hand with the things I'm looking at doing. So yeah, I'm really, really excited. 2015 is going to be an amazing year for me. Hopefully things will develop in my relationship with Shelley. I'm not going to say any more than that, but she's so wonderful. I've just spent the weekend with her, so I'm feeling a bit emotional because I'm not going to see her again for a few weeks, but no one has ever made me feel the way that she does. And of course they haven't, because ultimately I'm a woman in a relationship now, but the level of understanding and equality and trust that we have is incredible, and she's the best. You really are, babe. I love you millions. Totally. What else do I say? Sorry, I didn't mean to get all soppy on you, but it's the way it is. Yeah. Other than that, I don't really know what else to say. Other than today is Sunday the 16th of November, the time I'm recording this anyway, so in 4 days time, so on Thursday the 20th, it is International Transgender Day of Remembrance. It's a day that we in the transgender community actually take to remember people who have lost their lives due to transphobia or transphobic behaviour. Some statistics I saw online last week, and bear in mind that these statistics aren't that accurate just because incident recording in countries where not only rights towards people who are transgender but also who are gay or bisexual, they're not recorded as crimes. 292 people in the last 12 months have lost their lives because of transphobic views. 292. It appalls me. I can't. It's so sad that people are killed because they are brave enough to be themselves. And I, along with a lot of members of the Bournemouth community, by at large as well, not just the transgender community, but the members of Bournemouth. Bournemouth as a whole. We're going to have a candlelit vigil in the Triangle at 8:30 on Thursday night, just to take some time to reflect and remember members of the community and who've lost their lives. I think it's wonderful that people of Bournemouth actually want to remember our fallen brothers and sisters, and not just the transgender community. I think the more inclusive we are as a society, regardless of race, religion and gender or sexuality, I think that the far better the place that this world would be. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to being a part of that, but also I think it's important that we encourage education and integration and understanding amongst everyone, not just transgender people but everyone. It's sad that people lose their lives because they can't express themselves and other people hate them for that. Sucks. Anyway, to end this one on a high, I will be hoping to vlog again around the Christmas and New Year time. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to spending some time with some loved ones over Christmas and New Year, and be my first Christmas in a relationship, so that'll be quite nice as well. Yay. Oh yeah, and the What Would Debbie Do is going quite well on Facebook. I'm going to be publishing a questionnaire someone asked me very soon, because I've had about a week of that person having had the information, to act on it and stuff. So yeah, I feel like now is the right time to post that question and answer that I gave. So if you are out there on Facebook land, which I'm gathering most people who are watching this stuff is, go to What Would Debbie Do on Facebook. It is a page open to public. Like it. You can share it with your friends, get them to like it. I want as many people as possible to post a question. You don't have to do it on the page. You can message me via the page. I will then give you a response in confidence, but I will also copy and paste the question and the answer without disclosing who you are or where you are from to the page, because I figure that in sharing information and advice, regardless of who or what you are, I think the more that we share and the more that we pay things forward, the better the world is. And that is where I come from. So thank you for watching. I'm totally blown away by the amount of people that watch this, but you know, I guess that in sharing, then people are learning, and you know, that's what life is about. It's about self-improvement and about understanding each other. So thanks for watching, take care of yourself, and be yourself, no one else. Bye.